If you're someone who thinks that you don't like sauerkraut, I think that you should make it for yourself. It's sauerkraut season. I am getting ready to make sauerkraut for the winter. I usually have sauerkraut in my fridge. I ran out, so I'm making my first batch. I am going to put tons of garlic in and some peppers from my garden. I'm going to use a purple cabbage this time, and I'm going to use some sea salt. So first things first, I'm just going to shred this really fine. Make sure you save some whole cabbage leaves for the top of your sauerkraut, because you'll need something to hold the sauerkraut in place. This piece, I have a green cabbage in my fridge that I'll be using to make another batch of sauerkraut. The purple is just really pretty, and I'm pretty sure it has a lot of phytochemicals in here. The next thing I'm going to do is add some salt. To be honest, I don't measure. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit so that it has some salt on most of the cabbage. And I am going to leave this cabbage probably overnight. You don't have to leave it overnight. I just have some other things that I need to do. I'm going to leave this overnight to let it spring water just from the cabbage alone, because I don't add any water to this. And then tomorrow I will massage this until it becomes really soft. And there's like liquid coming out. At that point, I'm going to add tons of garlic because I like mine garlicky. And I'm going to add these peppers that I got from my garden. And then I'll bottle everything up and just let it ferment for a few days before I put it in the refrigerator. It may take a few more days than in the summer because it's a little bit cooler in my house now during the fall. I am going to cover the sauerkraut until tomorrow. So this is the next day, and this has wilted, but it's not a lot of water in here. So what I'm going to do now is just massage the cabbage. These are from my garden. I did not put any water in here. This is just from the salt and the cabbage alone. This is the piece of cabbage that I'm going to put on the top, just to keep the contents submerged. That's too much. It's approximately 24 hours after I bottled my sauerkraut. When it begins to ferment, it's going to bubble up and the brine from in here will leak over. Another thing that I've done is sometimes I put wax paper or parchment paper between the top and the cap because it's salty, so it may cause this to rust after a while. But I'll continue to give updates until it's time to eat and just add it to the video for anyone that needs to make sauerkraut for the first time. The reason why this hasn't started bubbling is because it's cold, but in the summertime it bubbles really quickly, even overnight. I'm just gonna keep watching it and I'll give you guys an update on how it's going. Okay. Okay, today's Monday. This has been ready since yesterday, so I'm going to take all of this off. I'm going to remove the cabbage at the top, and this is going to go in the refrigerator. I won't need a plate to rest this on in the refrigerator because it'll the fermentation process will slow down or stop. You can let it ferment longer if you like. I'm going to try this piece right here. I like that crunch. This is right. This is really good on salads with rice. Super tasty. I didn't think I liked sauerkraut until I tried sauerkraut that I made myself. I absolutely love it. Some information that I'll share about fermentation I'm getting from the book Wild Fermentation by Sandra Katz. I will include it in the link down below. I will also say that you do not need the book in order to begin fermentation. I purchased the book because I was interested in more than just making sauerkraut. I've made sourdough starter. I've made strawberry soda. I've made sauerkraut. I've fermented carrots, cucumbers, tomatoes, radishes, zucchini. Fermented foods are valued for their health-giving properties. Fermented foods are a powerful aid to digestion and a protection against disease. Fermentation also creates nutrients. Fermentation creates a lactic acid bacteria, and lactic acid bacteria creates omega-3 fatty acids essential for cell membrane and immune system function.